Hi guys, we're coming at you today with a bit of corrective exercise. In particular, we're looking at the upper cross syndrome. So, this is Andrew Betton. Andrew's one of my PTs from Lifestyle Fitness Middlesbrough. Can you say hello, Andrew?
How are you doing? You okay?
Good stuff. So Andrew came to me a week ago as a client, wanting to improve his posture. For the last few years, Andrew's developed the upper cross syndrome, which is characterised by a hunchback, this sort of sat in front of a computer type of posture. All we're going to do today is just basically go through the elongated muscles and the weak muscles and the muscles that need some inhibition techniques, and basically I'm going to put a plan for them together for the next 6 weeks in which we're going to see that improvement in posture. So we're just going to start with a brief overview of what upper cross syndrome is. So when we talk about upper cross syndrome, if you just turn to the side, that's characterised by the shoulders rolling forward, restricted thoracic extension there in the spine. As well as that, if you can see from the anterior view, his hands are internally rotated there when they should be more neutral. That's basically because we've got an inhibition here at the bicep, and the triceps need a little bit of strengthening work there. So with your upper cross syndrome, shoulders are rolled forward, we've got a tight anterior deltoid here. We've got an inhibited and short pec major there, which is, nice and tight. We've got pec minor there also, which needs a bit of inhibition work and some soft tissue release. As well as that, our subscap, which is just under the scapula, right under here, that's nice and tight there. We need to get some release techniques going with that. As well as that, elongating the lats here, as there's a bit of a restriction there. So as you can see, Andrew's a little bit internally rotated and he's a bit anterior in general, so we need to strengthen up the posterior. So moving round to the posterior, we can see Andrew is what we call trappy happy. Okay, so we've got a lot of elevation here through the shoulders, very tight traps, there's a pressure point just there, and then we've got your levator scapula, which elevates the scapula obviously, causing that shrugged look. Translating this through to exercise, people who are trappy happy, you'll predominantly see tricep push downs where we're all about shoulders, that synergistic dominance coming from the shoulder girdle there, which again isn't really putting a lot of tension on the tricep, which is the target muscle. So basically here we're looking at strengthening the mid and the lower trapezius. We're going to inhibit these traps, the levator scapula there as well. As well as that, we're going to look at this thoracic extension. So if you turn sideways there for me, Andrew, we're going to really look at increasing this angle there, getting that thoracic extension. If we're restricted with that thoracic extension and we're doing presses, we're doing anything, we're doing squats, we're doing deadlifts, that's limiting our range of motion and our full potential. So we're going to address these over the next 6 weeks, because it takes 6 weeks to reprogram a muscle. So from there we're just going to move on to 3 little simple shoulder tests. So Andrew, if you want to just pop your back against the wall, bum against the wall there, we're going to go for a horizontal abduction test. So if you want to just place your arms out in front. Okay, so you're just going to bring them arms all the way back, abduct them arms till your palms hit the back wall. Bang, straight away we can see a massive shoulder elevation going on here because of the overactive traps. We've got constant flexion at the elbow there because of the tight biceps. And well, there's got a lot going on there. We've even got a protracted shoulder blade there as well. If you just bring the arms back in. So from there we're going to go to an internal rotation position. Try and keep them shoulders high. You see that elevation straight away in the shoulder. And you're going to try and internally rotate downwards. Once again, massive restrictions around the scapula there. As well as your tightness of your chest, your biceps and your lats. Okay, we're going to go into external rotation. I know this one's going to be pretty brutal. A lot of restriction there, there's a lot going on there, a lot of tightness, and a lot of restriction, leading to improper movement pattern and distortion. So if you want to look deeper into this, we can look at things such as shoulder impingement syndrome, as well as just a decreased range of motion, so this needs to be addressed accordingly. Our last test, standing flexion test there. Wow, you can see the tightness through the lats there, nice and tight. Tightness through the chest there once again. So we're going to look at, just relax there for me, Andy.
So we're going to look at some soft tissue work in around the pec major, pec minor, as well as that we're going to stimulate the lats, get some strength, some lengthening exercises and stretching done with that. We're going to inhibit that subscapularis once again. I'd imagine we're quite, well, we need some strengthening around the serratus anterior and possibly the external oblique system as well. So we're going to do that over the next 6 weeks, and we're going to follow up this report and give you some corrective strategies. And that's Matt and Andrew for today.